Well, hello everybody, and let's see, it's Thursday, so happy Thursday. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. It is absolutely gorgeous here in Chesapeake, Virginia. It's beautiful, sunny 75 and breezy day. It does not feel like the middle of the summer. And I'm Lisa Freeman from stampingwithlisa.com, and I'm here to bring you a 3 for today. 3 techniques in 1 card. So this is the card we're going to be doing, and I just did this at my stamp class this morning, my technique class, and everybody loved it. We did 2 cards, and this is one of them. I'll show you the other one probably Saturday. So what we did was we embossed the flowers here, and this is the Daisy Garden background stamp. It's just 1 stamp. So I stamped it in Versamark and then put embossing powder on it, white embossing powder, heated it up so it melted on there and got shiny, and then added color and bleached it out. So we're doing Emboss Resist, which is the first technique, and then we're doing bleaching, we're using water, which is the second technique, and then stamping on your ribbon, which is the third technique. So you're going to get all 3 of those techniques in this video. So it's an awesome technique, well, 3 awesome techniques, so you'll want to watch the whole thing. So let's get started. All you need to do this card is a piece of Calypso Coral 5.5 by 8.5 and a piece of white 4 by 5 1/4. And let me get my computer going, see if anybody's on here watching. See if we've got, oh, we do have a few people on here. Let me see if I can get the comments. Hey, Deborah, we missed you today, class. I can see there's a bunch of people watching. Just let me know if you're on here. Say hello, where you're from. I know most of you guys that watch are local people, and several of you guys were here this morning, and we had just a really fun class. So these are the 2 pieces of paper you need. You also need the Daisy Garden stamp set, which is really just a stamp. It's not a set. And also you need some white embossing powder, some Versamark, and some ink pads. And I'll tell you in a sec what color we're using. And we're going to be doing the white piece first. And we're going to start with the stamp and Versamark. So my Versamark pad is very well used. They come white. Mine just has gotten kind of icky over the years. I actually have 3 or 4 of them, but they all look the same. I probably should get a new one just for videos, so you won't see how dirty mine is. But you're just going to tap this all over, make sure it's well covered. Hey Tracy, hey Diane. Diane was in class this morning. Hey Sue. All right, so you get it good and inked up, and then you're going to take your paper, and this is how I do background stamps. I take my paper and put it on top. Instead of putting the stamp on top of the paper, I put the paper on top of the stamp. And then just rub it. Usually I have a piece of scrap paper, but I forgot to bring it. Let's use our napkin, maybe that'll work. So just set that on there and rub it. And there you go. So then it should be perfect. I know you can't see it because it's clear. And then we're going to put embossing powder on it. So I've got my white embossing powder. This is about 3 containers full. I like to use this in a container rather than in a little tiny thing because it's less messy. But you can see once you do that, see how it pops up? Let me turn it around and put some more. And you can use the spoon if you want to. Get the middle. You just want to make sure you get everything coated. Uh-oh, I got my fingerprints on here. Usually, you can use an embossing buddy, which we don't really sell anymore, I don't think. I don't know why they got rid of that, but usually I don't need it, but I had just put lotion on my hands because I was out mowing the grass, and my hands were filthy, so I had to wash them, and then I try to put lotion on every time I wash my hands because they're so dry. But it is absolutely beautiful today. I can't believe how nice it is outside. All right, so hopefully you can see that. It's all powdery. So we're going to heat it up. I actually did one ahead of time so you don't have to listen to the heat gun going. But in case you've never seen, oops, I just dropped something. Ugh. Okay, this is my embossing tray. I just covered a piece of cardboard with foil because it heats up the whole thing and makes it melt faster. And I'm going to show you just one little spot, and then I have one that's already done. So hold on a minute. I'll cover my microphone so you won't hear it loud. Hold on. All right, so I just wanted to do a little piece of it to show you. Can you see how it gets shiny right there? That's how you know it's melted. So the powder melts and becomes liquid and gets shiny on there. So you want to do your whole entire piece like that so it'll all be shiny. And when you finish, it'll come out like that. So the whole thing will be shiny. So I'm going to save mine and do it later. But I just wanted to show you a little bit of that, just in case you haven't seen embossing before. All right, so then this is all cooled off and nice and shiny. So now what we're going to do is color it. So let me get some scrap paper here. And we're going to start with the lightest color, which is pale papaya. Whoops. And I'm going to be using my blending brushes. So you're just going to dab it in there. And I'm going to start at the top. Oops, sorry if I'm shaking the camera. All right, so we're just going to go right at the top and start. I think I need to re-ink this pad because it is really light now. And just go, we're going to do about a third of each color, a third of the paper. So the top third will be the lightest color, and then we're going to go to Calypso Coral next. So this is Pale Papaya, which is a new color, a new in color. Oh, and I wanted to tell you today, in case you did not know, today is free shipping day at Stampin' Up. So everything you order over $50, it has to be at least $50, will get free shipping. So if it's $50 or more, you'll get free shipping. If it's $49.95, you're not going to get free shipping. So make sure that's before the tax and everything. All right, so that's about a third right there. All right, so then we're done with that color. Then we're going to go to the next color, which is the Calypso Coral. And we're going to get another brush, because you can use the same brush and just clean it, but I like to just have one kind of for each color, because I use them in class and it's just easier to have one for each color instead of cleaning it. If I'm just doing it by myself, sometimes I'll just use the same one. And you're just going to color this. Let me turn it around. So we're going to do the second third here, and you can see my fingerprint right there. Do not use lotion before you do embossing because the oil from the lotion will get on your paper and it'll create a kind of a resist almost. The color won't stick where there's oil from your hands. Whoops! All right, so then we're going to do the bottom part in the Old Olive. So we're done with that right there. And now we're going to switch to Old Olive and do that right on the bottom. And you can see that these colors really go well together. They're nice kind of fall colors, but also they kind of remind me of a sunset a little bit. Not the green so much, but the top two colors. I think it looks really pretty together. Hey Sharon, hey Betsy. All right, so there you go. So you've got your three colors on here. Then you want to wipe it with a paper towel just to get off the excess, because some of the color might stick to the where it's embossed. So you want to just wipe it off, and that'll make it pop really well. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take some water. This is just water, and put a little bit in here. And then I've got a little paintbrush, and you need a paper towel. So what you're going to do is you're going to color wherever there is inside your flowers, inside your leaves, you're going to color it with water. And what's going to happen is it's going to take off the color in there. And you want to let it sit for just a sec. So I'm just coloring. Try to stay in the lines because you don't want to bleach out your outside of the flower. All right, and then you're just going to take your paper towel, and it's going to take the color right off of there, wherever you're putting the water. It's easier to see when you have a big open stamp, but like I'll show you the leaf right here. Oops, that's a lot of water. So, oh, that's too much. Okay, see, oh, did you see that? I just took the color right off of there. So it works just like bleach, except you're using water. So it's just taking the color that we just put on there off, so that the inside of the flowers and the leaves are going to be all white, but the outside will be colored. So see how it's just bleaching that right out? I saw this on somebody else's YouTube video one day, and I thought it was a really cool technique, and I can't remember who it was. I should have written their name down. It was a totally different card, but just that technique, using the water instead of bleach to create this look. And see, you can really see it in the leaves the best. And I have another card that I did in my class today I'll show you, that's using the blues, and it's really, really pretty. You do need to let it sit just for a minute, like maybe 30 seconds, and that makes that color come up better. But I just love this. And then I just saw another technique today that's kind of similar, except you use the white craft pad and the aqua painter. And I had actually done that technique before, but I had forgotten about it. That's what I love about YouTube. You can always go back and look at stuff and find things that you've forgotten about, techniques that you've done in the past. I even look at a lot of my old videos sometimes for ideas of things I just totally forgot how to, forgot about. And I think the darker that you put the color on here, the better it's gonna pop. And I'm gonna do the stems too. And you really just need to keep dabbing, because that is what's taking the color off. Just the color sitting there doesn't really take it off, but dabbing with paper towel kind of takes it off. See, look at that, it just pops right off. Boom. I know this is going to be a little bit of a long video, but just because it's taken a while. But I can't wait to show you how to do the ribbon. Everybody really thought that was so cool. And I just think I discovered that because I haven't seen anybody else do it. But it makes it really, really cool. And I'm going to show you how I have ruined one of my stamps and how I fixed it, which is so funny. I think I really need to call Stampin' Up! And see if they'll send me a new one, because I don't know what happened to it. It just kind of fell apart one day. Also, if you are a demonstrator and you're watching this, the new Holiday Mini and Celebration catalogs went live on the website. So I don't know if you guys have seen them, but I took a look and it's fantastic. And if you're a customer, I'll be sending them in the mail to you. If you're one of my customers, I'll be sending them in the mail to you in the next few weeks. You should get them probably about the 3rd week of July, so in about a month. They usually mail them on the 15th. All right, so you can see all this bleached out look on here. And probably if I had a really good paintbrush that was really fine tip, it would be even better, but I just bought these on Amazon. Oops. So at class today, we kept talking about ice cream, and now I have a big craving for ice cream because I had gained about, I had been on my diet doing keto, and then I kind of went off of it for a little while. And I started eating some ice cream. It was bad. And then those frosty lemonades from Chick-fil-A, and I gained about 8 pounds. So I stopped buying ice cream because I'm like, okay, I just have got to give up the ice cream. That's my really, really bad habit, is eating ice cream because it's just so good. And I told you guys about that Tillamook brand that I fell in love with, and it is so addictive. I just love it. So we were talking about the ice cream today, and of course my customers have all started buying it. So we were talking about different flavors. And my favorite is the caramel butter pecan. I don't know if you guys have this Tillamook brand where you live, but it just came here about, I think, a year ago. And it's based in Oregon. And I'm telling you what, it is some good ice cream. It tastes just like homemade ice cream. Oh, thanks, hey, Michelle. Oh, Michelle Burkett's on here too. I don't see Michelle. Let me see if I can scroll back. I don't see Michelle Burkett. I just see Michelle Avance. How you guys doing? Michelle Avance, I know you're excited because school's out. You got the whole summer off. I wish I was a teacher right now. For those of you that don't know, I used to be a teacher. I was a teacher for 15 years in high school. I taught math for high school kids, and I pretty much just about had a nervous breakdown because I was just too nice to be a teacher, I think. I don't know. The kids just knew I was nice and took advantage of it, so I quit teaching. But I tell you what, I really missed having the summer off. Okay, so I'm just about done. I'm going to go ahead and stop. And then the last thing I did was I took the paintbrush and I just kind of tapped it on my finger and got some little splotches on there. And all that does is make it look like, kind of like, I don't know, it's raining a little bit on there. Or you could have flick it if you want to. Flick it with your finger. You can kind of see them popping up. I'll hold it up to the camera in a second. Okay. All right, so there you go. So we've got the little, that's what the dots are that I just splattered. And then I could probably keep going and take off a little bit more of the color, but you can see where I've bleached it all out and it looks really cool. So that's pretty much it for that part. Now I'm going to show you how I did the ribbon. So what you're going to do, this is the white ribbon from, I think, A Flower for All Seasons. It's a 3-pack of ribbon. And what I did was I measured about this long for the front and then another piece to tie the bow with. So I don't know how long this is, but let's measure it. So it's 11 inches. So what I did, let me get some scrap paper out again. I stamped right on here with the words from, oh, what stamp set is this? Oh, Quiet Meadow. So these are the words from the Quiet Meadow, and you can see what happened to my stamp. So one day I had this in my box of stuff, and I look in there and the whole stamp has slid off away from the sticker part. And I'm like, well, how did that happen? Because once you put those stickers on, they are stuck really, really well. You can't get them off. Hey, oh, thanks, Michelle. So I was like, uh-oh, what am I going to do? So I tried to fix it and pull the sticker all the way off and straighten it back on there again. And when I did, I ripped the stamp apart. And so now it's split away from the foam. So then I had this big gap with no foam in it, so it wasn't stamping. So I had some ribbon on the table, and I just shoved the ribbon in that little hole where there was a gap, and it works pretty well now. So it looks terrible, but it works. So I think I am going to call Stampin' Up! Because it really should not have come apart from the sticker like that. And I've never, ever had that happen before, so I don't know what happened, but anyway, you're going to ink this up in your, this is Calypso Coral, and you're going to stamp it right on the ribbon. So there you go. See how that is? And then just line it up again, stamp it again, and just keep going. And it is going to bleed in there just a little bit, but not too bad. All right, so there we go. We've colored the whole entire ribbon. So can you guys see that? Isn't that cool? I think that is just so cool looking. And it bleeds just a little bit, but not too much. So you can see this one that I did earlier. You can still see the words really clearly on there. So then you're going to wrap it around here and just leave a little bit to hang around the back. And then you're just going to glue that down. And I've got some adhesive. There we go. All right, so there we go with our ribbon, and then we're going to put the little piece right here, just tie that around and make a knot. And then I'm going to tack it down with the glue dot. And it really doesn't matter which way you go because the words look pretty good either way. And I don't think you really notice too much if they're upside down on the front. So there you go. And then we're going to glue that down to the back piece with some green glue. No, it does not smear at all. Only if you get it wet, it will smear. Because I did that flicking thing. The first time I did it, I did that water flicking thing after I did the ribbon, and it did smear. But if you don't get it wet, it doesn't. So just put that down, hold it for a minute. And then we're going to put some pearls on here because I thought the pearls looked really nice. So we're just going to grab our take your pick tool. Get a little bit of that gooey stuff on the end. And put a pearl right in the middle of, well, these are tough crowd of pearls here. All right, so there you go. So that is my 3-fur technique today. So we had Emboss Resist, bleaching with water, and coloring or stamping on your ribbon to give it a really cool look. It is upside down in the front, but that's okay. All right, so what do you guys think? Hopefully you enjoyed that. And if you were at class today, thanks so much for coming. And thanks so much for joining me here. Hey, Sandy, I'm glad you got on here. Uh-oh, I'm going blurry a little bit. At least my cable didn't go out today, I think. Hopefully. I never know till I watch it again. Usually I can see if it goes in and out. But I think this one is a little bit better, the first one I did, but that's okay. All right, so thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget free shipping today. If you want to order anything, just go right here, stampingwithlisa.com. Make sure you use the host code unless your order is $150 or more, and then you get the hostess benefits. So you guys have an awesome, awesome day. Enjoy this beautiful weather if you're local, which most of you guys watching are from here, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I've got to go back outside and work in the yard a little bit more before my class tonight. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll be back probably Saturday with another video, and I have a new technique to show you, and I hope you're gonna enjoy it. So see you guys later. Bye-bye.